we will learn how to use GitHub with Godot for source control. Source control helps us as developers to save our game's progress in case we ever want to roll back changes, collaborate with others, or even share our game easily across the web. Now without further wait, let's jump right in. Alright, in this section, we're going to set up everything we need to connect our Godot game to GitHub. First thing we'll do is discuss how the setup components and their functions for our Godot project are going to work. We'll then go ahead and create a free account with an email at github.com. After that, we'll make sure to download the latest updated version of GitHub Desktop at that link there. After that, we'll install and connect our Godot project to GitHub Desktop. Now let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's go ahead and quickly discuss the setup between GitHub and Godot. First thing you'll do is go ahead and navigate to the official github.com website and create a free account with an email. You'll then go ahead and navigate to where you can download the latest version of GitHub Desktop for Windows. Once you download and install it, you'll then need to make sure your current Godot game project is inside another folder by itself. Now the reason we're doing this is because when you set up and connect it to GitHub Desktop, it's going to add in a file, and that file needs to be a sibling of the main project folder. Thus, you need Godot inside of another folder that we're going to track. Once you do that, you'll then go ahead and open up GitHub Desktop, and then we'll connect the current project folder and make it its own repo. So we can go back and forth saving and committing changes. Now let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, this here is github.com. This is the website you need to make your free account with an email. As you can see, it's going to ask for your email, and then you'll go ahead and sign up for GitHub. You need this to be done so we can connect to it and of course download and set up everything we need for our GitHub desktop. So go ahead, take a minute and create a new account. Once you're done with that, you'll then navigate to another website called desktop.github.com/download. You'll then get a screen that looks like this, and you'll go ahead and download for Windows 64-bit. This download might take a second or two, but go ahead and start that download once you created your account. Alright, once you've completed creating your free account with github.com, and you've also downloaded the GitHub desktop application, you'll then need to go ahead and navigate to your current Godot game project and make sure that it's in its own empty folder. Now I'm currently using my Idle Tavern game I made in my intermediate course. Now we're going to go ahead and right click on the rest folder here. You'll open in File Manager. You'll then see all the current folders and files existing in the current game itself. Now to make sure the actual game is inside of an empty folder, you're going to go up one directory. And as you can see, the game itself here is currently in an empty folder called Godot Games. Now, currently if you've made it inside the documents or downloads, you're going to need to drag and drop it into an empty folder. I recommend naming it similar to the name here, or of course something like Godot. Now one thing also you need to do is copy the specific path of that main folder. So I'm going to go ahead, select that, Control-C. Next thing you need to do is open up the GitHub desktop application. If it's your first time opening it up, it'll look like this. From there, you'll go ahead and create new repository on your local drive. A new box will appear asking for name, local path, and a couple other things. Now, important, the local path here needs to be that exact path of that empty folder, which for me was this here, Godot game. Alright? And the name needs to match that exact game folder, which for me was idle-tavern-game. And you'll see at the bottom, it's going to tell you exactly what is going to be created as that repo. That's why it's important that this exists in an empty folder. Okay? Then next thing you'll do is you'll go ahead and give it a description. I'm just going to say test. You can give it a README file if you want, but it's important in git ignore as well. Look for Godot, which should be towards the bottom here. There it is. Make sure you select that. And if you want to give it a license, you can as well. I'm not. But then go ahead and hit create repository. Now, depending how big your game is, that could take a while. We'll let it load for a few. Once it's done loading, you'll see this here. It's going to ask for a couple things. First thing is it's going to ask if you want to actually publish it to GitHub, which we do. So you can go ahead and either select publish repository here or here. I'm going to select this one here. It's going to ask for the name, and then of course the description again. I'm going to keep everything the same. Go ahead and select publish repository. Now again, this might take a while depending on how big your project is. Once it's done uploading, you'll get a screen like this. It'll say no local changes. Now if you want to view it on github.com, then you can go ahead, open up your browser, navigate to it, navigate to your profile that's signed in, and then go ahead and go to your repos, selecting your profile here, and then repositories. And as you can see, there's my idle tavern game. You can select into it, and then view the code. Nice. And that's how you can set up everything to connect. In this section, we're going to talk about version control with GitHub. First thing we'll do is discuss the importance and functionality of version control with GitHub. Then we'll go ahead and learn how to commit, rollback, push/pull changes from GitHub Desktop. We'll also look into how to use branches to better version control with larger projects. Now let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's go ahead and quickly discuss version control with GitHub and Godot. Now, version control is one of the most useful tools we can use as developers. It basically allows us to keep track of all the different changes throughout our game's development. It's also heavily used by professional teams today. Some of the basic things we're going to learn with version control are going to be how to commit, how to push code to master, how to pull code, and also how to roll back/undo changes. We're also going to take it a step further and learn about branching. Branching is a more advanced topic used for bigger projects that basically allows you the flexibility to work on individual features and then go ahead and submit them, get them reviewed, and then merge to your master code game. Now let's jump right in and get started. Let's go ahead now and practice some basic version control within GitHub Desktop and our game. Now your screen should currently look like this. It should say no local changes right here. Let's go ahead and jump into our current Godot game project. Now I'm going to add a slight change to my game. I'm going to go to my main node here and change its visibility and modulate color to something like this, okay? Just a simple change. Let's save that change. Let's then go back to GitHub Desktop. And there you go. You'll now see that change within the code. Now, before we can submit this change, we have to do something called a commit. A commit is like a local change. Now, you can go ahead and do that at the bottom left corner. You'll go ahead and give it a name, and then you also give it a description. Now, it's important you give the description and the name a lot of information so you can know exactly what you did here without digging into the code. I'm just going to say testing world color change. Okay? And then for a description, I'm just going to put testing. Once you do that, go ahead and select commit. Once you've done that, you've now committed your first one. You can make sure it exists if you go to our history, and you'll see that one right there, testing world change. And you'll see the exact change within it. Now that you have a local change, you can go ahead and submit it to your master branch by doing a push. You can either select push origin here or push origin over here. Once you push, it'll go ahead and push that change to your master branch. Now, if you want to go ahead and revert that change, then you can simply go back to history, select that same one you have, right click, and you'll see revert changes in commit. This is basically like a rollback. So you'll go ahead and select that, go back to changes, go back to your game, and then it will ask you to reload from disk. If you select that, it'll go back to the original one. And there you go. That's how you can do commits, push changes, and do revert/rollbacks. Now let's go ahead and commit our current base color back to our original origin, and then go over some branching. So let's go ahead, save this change here, go back to our GitHub desktop. As you can see, it's tracking that one change there. You can double check it in the history. It should be changed correctly though. Let's go ahead and push to origin so we know the base color is the same. Alright, so now let's go over some branching. Now as I mentioned, branching is a really great way to basically track different versions of your game. Even more so if you have other levels you want to experiment with without affecting the original base game, okay? So let's say we want to experiment with some different colors, such as that red color, but we don't want to affect the origin main one. So let's first change the color to something like a dark red. Let's save that change. Let's go ahead and go back into the desktop. As you can see, it has that change there, but this one is currently looking at that main branch. Now we don't want to do that. We want to make sure to test things around on our own branch. So let's go ahead and open up this, select new branch. Let's call this Red World Testing. Okay, let's create that branch. Now it's going to ask us if we want to leave our changes on the current branch or if we want to bring those to the new one. We do want to bring them to the new one. So let's switch the branch. So now, whenever we commit things and push things or even pull things, we're going to be doing it with that Red World Testing branch. If you wanted to switch back, you would just select it and either select another branch you have or back to the main one. But let's go ahead and push this so we can see how to merge it. So let's go ahead and give this a nice little commit. We'll call it testing red color. And then for a description, just testing. Go ahead, commit that change. All right. So then it's going to ask you if you want to publish that branch. Because this is the first commit, we do want to publish it. So go ahead, select publish. Then it's going to ask you if you want to review it. I like to review my branches within the website itself. So I'm going to go ahead and open up github.com on my browser, go into our current repo for the project we're working on, such as Idle Tavern Game. Then you're going to see you have a new compare and pull request for that new branch we just created. So go ahead, select that. From here you can change the title, add more of the description, or of course add reviewers if you have a team you're working with. If not, no worries, you can go ahead and create and pull a request yourself. You can also review it yourself as well. There's a lot of cool things you can do in here. You can check the commits, you can check other checks you set, or even go into the specific files that were changed. You can also leave comments, you can request changes, and approve. Now most of these things are worked with a team, that's why it won't allow you to do it yourself, but you can give it a comment. Let's go ahead back to the conversation over here, which brings you back to the original area. It'll then go ahead and do its checks, and then you can go ahead and actually merge your pull request into your master branch. So let's say you really like the red color, you can go ahead then and merge your pull request, okay? Confirm merge. And again, you can have multiple branches going at the same time. That's completely up to you. It's best practice though, once merged, you delete your branch, just so you don't get cluttered with too many branches. But let's go ahead, back into here. Let's now pull exactly what we have in our master, okay? So let's go back to the master branch, main. All right, and then we'll go ahead. We're going to go to that repo button up here and do our pull, okay? And again, you shouldn't have any errors. If you go back to your original one, it's going to ask you to reload from disk. Go ahead and select that, and it should be exactly the same as that new branch you have. Awesome. Now again, there is a lot we could go through with GitHub. In the future, I might make a course specifically with it for Godot, but for now, you have a little bit of information on it. Great job!